Hello everyone, my name is Patton and I'd like to welcome you to Rollcage Stage 2. This is a 1 to 2 player arcade racing car combat game developed by Attention to Detail, published by Midway Games. It was released on October 16th, 2000 for the Sony PlayStation and Microsoft Windows. It is the sequel to Rollcage, which also appeared on the Sony PlayStation. This is a fun game. I used to have this as a kid. It's got a lot of cars, a lot of tracks, many things going on for it. So let's look at some options real quick before we get started. You've got player 1, player 2 controls, which you cannot rebind, but you do have different presets. Not too bad. You can adjust your screen. You can change the HUD level to high, normal, or low on the screen if you prefer. You can turn weapons on or off. You can turn on catch-up rubber banding on or off, which is nice. Motion blur on or off. I think it's funny that it's defaulted to off because most of the time games have this turned on. And that's about it. You also have some audio options. Not too much here. You just have... This is mostly a track list that you can play. You can play some tracks, add some sound effects, or the volume controls here for the music and sound effects, and then play the tracks in the game. Kind of nice. Any records that you've set for the main, scramble, training, demolition, pursuit mode, survivor mode, or all tracks mode. That's a lot of modes. Then you have your memory card options, and it does have a password system if for some reason you don't have a memory card. And then you can take a look at your bonus awards, any cars you've unlocked, any campaigns you've unlocked, bonus games, tracks, specials. Wow, look at that. Mirror mode, mega speed, nice. Whole lot of stuff to do in this game. They put a lot of content in here. Let's take a look at the one-player games. You have campaign, arcade, time attack, training, scramble modes. The campaign mode is your basic story mode without a story. You just go from track to track, try to make it in the top place at the end. Arcade is kind of the same thing, except you're usually doing it on a track-by-track basis. You don't have to do a line of tracks to win. Time attack is getting the fastest time per track. And training, I'm going to show you a little bit later. Training is kind of interesting. You have total racing or classic racing, and then you can check out the help options. Total racing allows you to affect the backgrounds with your weapons. You can shoot different pieces of the background to fall onto the track to distract or crash your other racers. Classic racing takes that away. We'll do total racing. We have 5 different classes of cars. We can only select 3 from the beginning. You have to unlock the other 2. Subsonic, Vostok, Richter, Unity, and Patriot, each with different stats for their class. You can see that Subsonic has really nice acceleration, whereas Vostok, not so much, but they do have good grip. We'll take a look at Subsonic, and you can also see, let me back up one more time, you can see the active weapon systems for each car. See down there we have 4 different power-ups. We have to unlock the other ones. Or at least the other ones will be unlocked once we get new cars, new companies to race for. Subsonic, and we'll go with the Typhoon League. We can begin. We can change our car here, which we just selected, so we don't need that, and we'll get started. So what makes Rollcage, the series, stand out from other racing games is that your car, you can see your car kind of looks not like a normal racing car. It kind of looks like those remote control cars we used to get when we were kids. Ooh, that was a good start. And the theme here is that you can ride on the walls and ceiling, and you'll be okay because if you land, you're back to driving again. So you can't really flip your car over to where it's not raceable. You can see there are boost pads here that are blue, and you have power-ups here. What I like about this is you have 2 power-ups that you can use. Okay, you see there they just use the environment to their advantage. Nice, very good. By using the R1 button, or excuse me, the L1 button, you can use the left power-up, and the R1 button will use the right power-up. This is high-speed action. You will come off the track a lot on this. So I thought that was cool that you have your selection of both power-ups. You can use either one however you want. I'm just flipping around. This is fine. Hit the circle button to reorient yourself if you become kind of off the track like that, and you do a little spin. It does cost you some time because you have to spin your car around to get back there. But as you can see, you can catch it pretty well, especially if that rubber band option's on. But you go very fast in this game. The speed is pretty intense. So we've already cut back up to first place. Not a problem. Hit some speed boosts here. Grab some power-ups. Let's see what we got. We got some missiles. Oh, we're done. Well, that was a fast track. Okay. How many laps was that? That didn't even feel like 3 laps. So the missiles, you saw early on that the reticle kind of locked onto the environment and not to any of the cars. So you can choose if you want to attack the environment or the cars by hitting the up button on the D-pad to select the person in front of you. I haven't found yet, but I haven't messed with this too much. If you can attack the people behind you, I think you can. I feel like I remember that, but then again, I played a lot of racing games like this, so I may be wrong. But I do like racing games that allow you to attack the people that are coming up behind you. I'll be quiet for a little bit so you can hear some of the sounds of the game. I really enjoy the soundtrack to this game too. It's got some techno, very upbeat, very techno style. Oh, here we go. These things are just in my way. I can't see what's going on. The graphics are really nice, I think, for PS1 graphics. This did come out later in the PlayStation 1 lifespan, so the developers did have a lot more to work with. I'm in 4th place right now. That's not going to work. Man, when they tell you you're getting a boost, you get a boost. I just got another boost. New fast lap. Oh, we got to do a little bit better than this, though. We got to catch up. There was a power-up I just got that kind of slowed time down for everybody in front of me. Final lap already. I'm not even anywhere close to where I want to be. This one right here looks like a Pac-Man. This is kind of overpowered. It really slows down the people in front of you where you can catch up. This dude's got a shield. So the shield is a double whammy. You see that it spun me out and also blocks attacks. One incoming attack from anybody coming at you. Oh, and we got first place. Right back up to first place. But like I was saying, the graphics are really nice. Everything's super clear. Every car is distinctive from every other car. Sound is nice. All the sound effects when you fire your weapons to using the different types of power-ups, like the slowdown. It has this like warbled effect. Everything slows down. The music slows down. And you can tell these races are going by pretty quick. They are done very fast. Still in first place. We've almost finished the entire campaign. I think there's like 4 or 5 races per campaign. And there's 5 racers per race. I feel like they could have... It would be nice to have more racers, kind of like the Wipeout series. You know, the Wipeout series usually has a lot. I'm getting that turbo boost at the beginning every time. That's real nice. This is a cool stage. I like these rain effects. I do have the resolution pumped up a little bit. I am emulating this on RetroArch. So the actual game, can I shoot that? I shot it. Hopefully the people behind me have a rough time with that sign falling down. Here's the shield power up. So yeah, if they run into me, they'll do a quick little spin out and I can block 1 missile attack and then my shield will be gone. But I do like the whole unlock everything as you go mechanic. I like to feel like there's a sense of progression, so when the game unlocks more and more, that makes me want to play it more and unlock everything as I'm going through. I'm going 300 miles an hour, I just noticed. That is pretty fast. Oh, I may have... Yep, I kind of did that to myself. Well, you know, timing is sometimes a problem when you're going 300 miles an hour. I'm trying to wait for someone to get in front of me so I can clock them with my missile, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have that chance. And that's okay. As long as we win, who cares? Oh, you're going to hit me with that slow? I'm going to use a turbo boost. Oh, someone's trying to hit me with missiles. They didn't lock on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's no walls on this stage. Oh. Well, we were in first. Okay, now I can hold up. See, I'm locked onto the car. Oh, okay, we're going off again. That's fine. You know what? I can't really... It's slippery. The track is slippery. I'm going very fast on a slippery track. I think the little gauge on the left side showing where you are in relation to everybody else is really cool too. It shows how far back you are from the first place. In this specific instance, it's not good because that dude just fell off the track. I'm pretty far back from the front runner, and I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up, and that's okay. You know, we may just take 4th place. Sometimes, you know, that happens. I can try and slow everybody else. Oh, no, there's no one left to slow down. Never mind. We waited a little too late for that option. So we came in 3rd. I thought it was 4th. Oh, you mean overall? Maybe we came in 3rd overall because that would have really knocked us back pretty well coming in 4th place. I'm waiting to see. We got to have final position 3rd. Does that mean we're done? Position 2nd. Is there more? I failed to qualify for the knockout stage. You know what? That's fine. I want to do something else anyway. So this method when I was younger, I always played the campaign stuff. I didn't do much of anything else. But one day, because Arcade and Time Attacker kind of self-explanatory, and look, if you look at the side, there's a lot of question marks. There's a lot more modes to unlock. But the training mode, by the time I got to the training mode, I had already completed the campaign. And I'm like, why would I go through training again? Training's actually really cool. It's not your basic tutorial like I thought it was going to be. It is actually a training mode kind of getting you better at the game and getting more accustomed to the controls, the speed, things like that. So what you do in training mode, you have usually a basic track. You have to collect the power up, and then you want to stop. I forgot what you want to stop within the timer there, or the end. You know, the checkered area, and you have it's time based. So I did it in 8.36 seconds. I got a silver medal award. We can try for a gold medal. I don't know if I can get much faster than that. That was pretty fast, I thought. I forgot which button was brake, so I kind of slammed into the wall at the end there. But generally, you want to hit the brake and stop as fast as you can. 8:20 is a little faster, I think. That is a new record, but still not good enough for a gold. We can continue on. This mode kept me so interested and so preoccupied when I first played it. I thought it was really cool that they added this in. Because this game can get a little crazy. I don't need any of my initials. I just want to go to the next track. Misty Morning, I think is what it said. But this kind of adds a lot more to the game. Because these, rather than training, I always thought these were more like challenge stages. That's what it felt like to me. Whoops, I hit start. Well, we could look at what we got when we hit start. You can quit, restart, adjust volume levels. That's about it. Not much to the start menu. You don't need a lot to the start menu. We're just racing here. We're roll caging. Oh, got a little bit of a twisty track here. Don't want to go too far off. And if we stop on time, we're all good. 11:23. Got another silver. That's okay with me. I don't mind the silver medals. Silver is not a bronze. It's not a gold or platinum. I don't even know if you can get platinum. I don't know if platinum existed for this game. But for a racing game, it does have a lot to it. And it does have the 2-player mode. Split screen, I think. I'm not sure if you have the option of vertical or horizontal. If I remember correctly, when I played this a while ago, it was a vertical oriented split screen. Oh, I have some zooms. Hold on, I got some boosts. Uh-oh. I made it. Oh, wait. Oh, I stopped too quick. We may have to redo that one. I don't even think is it going to give me a choice? I might not even have the choice. It may have been just like, you're fine. You're good. Move along, fool. Oh, yep, I guess I did it. Okay, the pit. The pit stage. But these actually, once I played these were one of my favorite parts of the game. I did play the first one, and I believe the first one had these challenge stages as well. And it seems like there's not too many, but just like everything else in this game, you unlock more as you progress. I have no power-ups here. I'm just going. Uh-oh, what's going on? Oh, I bet I have to go on the ceiling. Just check it out. Never mind, I wasn't going fast enough. That's something else. There are physics to this game. Uh-oh, my time. And if you do not go fast enough, you will not stick. Oh, I'm screwed. There's no way I'm making this. You will not stick to the walls or ceiling. So speed is a factor here. I did not do any. Did I pass? I couldn't tell. The thing came up so quick and I was mashing the button. I might have missed it. But you do have to keep your speed up if you're going to stick to the walls and ceiling. And I thought that was cool too. I must have passed. Nope, we didn't pass. I just didn't hit retry. Well, we're going to do the pit again. Wait, pit? Hold on. Where was the pit? Did I miss a pit on here? Well, we're going to find out. Hold on. I remember seeing a pit. Also, I like that siren at the beginning. Kind of reminds me of Silent Hill. Maybe this is in the same world as Silent Hill. I don't know. I don't know who these developers are, and I haven't seen anything else that they've made. Man, this music's so nice. All right, so let's see if we can beat this pit stage. I'm going 330 miles an hour. Let's grab this real quick. Get back on the floor. I didn't see a pit. Oh, maybe there's a pit. No, I don't know where the pit was. Bronze medal. Whatever. I'll take a bronze. That's okay. We can do bronze. So, Rollcage Stage 2. Depending on how fast you go through this, it could take you between 2.5 to 10.5 hours to unlock everything and get everything in the game. That also depends on your skill level. If it takes you longer to get used to this style of game, it may take you longer or shorter. Good thing is, this is a pretty popular game. You can get a loose physical copy, just a disc, for about $7.50. Complete in box, which I'm going to look at now that I've found this. Complete in box with the CD jewel case and everything is it's about $14. So really, really good deal if you're looking for a physical copy of this. As far as I can tell, it has not been re-released on anything else. The series kind of stopped here. They never made any more sequels. I haven't heard much about this attention to detail developer. Psygnosis, they've been around for a while. They've been bought out by different companies. But we haven't seen anything else from the Rollcage series. But a lot of the developers or the people who worked on these games did create a newer game called Grip. So that is a spiritual sequel, it's a very similar gameplay. I do have that game on, I believe, on PC and PS5. And that game is just like this, where you have this car that's modeled the same way with the big tires. Some of the vehicles they have on that game actually float, but it's the same style where you ride on the walls, ride on the ceiling, and it's made from the same guys that did the Rollcage series. So I would take a look at Grip. It's usually on sale. It's very cheap. I believe if you have PlayStation Plus, it is free, depending on which model of PlayStation Plus you have. But it goes on sale all the time. I do recommend you get Grip. It is a fun game, and it is a very nice spiritual sequel to this game here, Rollcage Stage 2. Once again, my name has been Patton, and I'll see you next time.